Brazil, the most successful team in World Cup history, is in serious trouble. Since crashing out of the 2022 World Cup as the #1 ranked team, they've managed just 7 wins in their last 18 matches. That humiliating 4-1 defeat to Argentina? Some are calling it even worse than the infamous 7-1 loss to Germany. Vinícius Jr summed it up perfectly. We need to rethink everything. So how did we get here? And is Carlo Ancelotti really the solution Brazil desperately needs? There was a time when Brazil didn't just win, they dazzled. Between 1958 and 2002, they lifted the World Cup 5 times, playing with a style that made the world fall in love with football. This was samba football, creative, spontaneous, and utterly devastating. But the game changed. As Europe's clubs grew richer, Brazil's best players left home earlier and earlier. The entire 1970 World Cup winning squad played in Brazil. By 2002, only 3 starters in the final played domestically. Today's stars like Vinícius Jr, Rodrygo, and Bruno Guimarães are world-class, but they're products of European football systems. They think differently, move differently. Yet Brazil keeps trying to play a style that doesn't suit them. The results speak for themselves: disorganized defensively, predictable in attack. Since Tite left, it's been one coaching misfire after another. Fernando Dinitz's experimental tactics failed spectacularly. Dorival Jr couldn't steady the ship. Now, for the first time in decades, Brazil might actually miss a World Cup. This is why Carlo Ancelotti makes so much sense. He's not an ideologue who forces players into a rigid system. He's a pragmatist who builds around what he has. Just look at what he did with Vinícius at Real Madrid. Transformed him from a raw talent into one of the world's best. At Bayern Munich, he managed big egos like Robben and Ribery. At Chelsea, he won the double playing fluid, attacking football. So, Ancelotti wouldn't try to recreate the 1970s. He'd organize this team defensively, something Brazil desperately needs, while giving their incredible attackers the freedom to express themselves, but, within a clear structure. Just imagine Vinícius and Rodrygo playing with the same understanding they have at Madrid. Imagine a midfield that actually protects the defense. And most importantly, imagine a team that plays to its strengths, rather than chasing some romantic ideal of how Brazilian football should look. The talent is absolutely still there. Alisson remains one of the world's best goalkeepers. Marquinhos and Militao are elite defenders. In attack, even without Neymar, the options are honestly frightening. What's missing is direction, organization, and most of all, leadership. History shows us it's possible. Back in 2002, Brazil were struggling in qualifiers before a coaching change sparked an incredible turnaround. With Ancelotti's experience and, his man management skills, this could happen again. The question isn't whether Brazil has the players to compete, it's whether they're finally ready to embrace the modern game. Ancelotti might just be their last best hope. If he takes the job, he'll have just over a year to prepare for 2026. Not much time, but for a coach of his caliber, it might be enough. Because one thing's certain, if Brazil keeps going like this, they won't just fail to win the World Cup, they might not even make it to North America. What do you think? Is Ancelotti the right man for the job? Or should Brazil look elsewhere? Let us know in the comments. And if you want more in-depth football analysis, be sure to subscribe and check out The Athletic for the best sports